And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is the Outsider's Perspective on HLX Radio. With your host, I am the Maestro, creator of all things HLX. With me, as usual, the legendary Cordell on the ones and twos. How you feeling today, sir?
I'm good. I'm a little hungry.
A little hungry?
Mm-hmm.
You eat at church?
I did, but that was hours ago.
Yes.
So I had a little crackers before
some crackers.
Get some Uber Eats. I deserve it.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Treat yourself. It's Sunday.
Damn right.
So, how was your weekend? How have things been? How was your week? Past weekend, how you been?
My week was fine. I didn't really do much this week. I had a gig yesterday in Charlottesville.
Oh, how was that?
Terrible.
Why was it terrible?
Really bad. We can't find a good sound man.
Uh-oh.
We'll talk about why off air, but we can't find a good sound man, so the people couldn't hear us. He had like the mains down the whole show. So because our ears were fine, but we can control those.
Yeah.
But
the people listening to y'all could
not hear us. No.
Well, that's not good.
That is not good.
That defeats the purpose of what you're doing.
Sure does. So we'll see how that unfolds. But yeah, that's how my gig went yesterday.
Yeah, it's all right then.
Mm-hmm.
No, you did your part anyway.
And I still got paid.
That's all that really matters.
Exactly.
Right.
It's all about the money.
It's all
why
we're here.
Anymore.
That's it.
That's right. We don't love it anymore. So.
Does anybody?
Yeah. How was your week?
Work. That's it.
You were about to quit?
Yes.
This week, weren't you?
Yeah, it was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't Friday, I might have quit. If it was like, I gotta come here tomorrow, I might not have made it. I sat at my desk, I was like, this is not it. I cannot keep doing this. So yeah, we gotta get this right so I can get out of there. Because
you came in Friday night like, we gotta do something.
Yeah. And that's real. It's like, I can't keep doing this. This is not right. Yesterday, chilled out. My grandma upgraded to a smartphone, so I had to go over her house and like teach her smartphone.
That sounds aggravating.
Yeah, because she's had that same phone since forever, like years. I've gone through like 2 phones and since she's had that one, and she still got like a full button keyboard on it, like no touchscreen. Like you had to press arrows to move around. Like this was an old phone. She just went from that to a full touchscreen. I was like, so I spent like 5 hours over there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Teaching her how to do that.
Older people shouldn't have smartphones. There's no point. There's no reason.
But now that's like, as far as options go, it's not really many other options. They have, it's like, it's really rare. Like to even go into a cell phone store and ask for a flip phone or something, they would be like,
you can get a track phone, can't you?
Even the track phones are smartphones. Like track phones are full screen phones, touch screen. It might not be like the most high end, like, or have the best camera like an iPhone, but it's a full screen, no buttons.
I'm sorry, Grandma.
That's all you got.
Wow.
So that was it. And today, church. That's it.
Yeah, church.
Yeah. But same old. So let's get into discussions today. See what we'll talk about first. You want to talk about OVO Fest first or no? Because I'm slightly bothered by, even slightly, like very irritated at this OVO Fest lineup.
Well, break it down for the people, sir.
All right, so then, and this is mainly because like we were planning on going. Like we were like, next OVO Fest, I'm gonna get my passport. You already got yours. We about to make this trip to Canada. It's gonna be crazy. But this was during the time where he hadn't even really, like, he didn't do it last year. So he was like, I wonder if he's doing it. So he finally came out. He came out and announced it, saying, I'm doing it. We were just waiting on dates, confirmations, lineup, all that. So was it yesterday, day before yesterday? He posted on his Instagram the lineup for OVO Fest, the dates and the summit, the basketball tournament, all that. And this is the lineup for OVO Fest 2019, everybody. We got B2K. Mario. Pretty Ricky. Lloyd. The Yin Yang Twins. Chingy, and Bobby V. That is the line, and Drake. That is the lineup. That is sentence don't even, those artists, and ending with Drake at the end of the list. That is the OVO Fest lineup.
I know people are saying we already had that. We did that.
That
already.
Is the Millennium Tour.
Yeah,
that we did that already.
You know what else I'm mad at? He announced it like 2 weeks before the show was supposed to go. It's like the first week in like August. Or something.
Yeah, it's like August 4th or 2nd or something like that.
And how much are the tickets?
I've seen people say like up to $300.
You expect me to pay $300 within 2 weeks for 2004 all over again?
To go to Canada. It's like, because people are coming.
That's right, you got to fly over there
go
too.
to Canada.
Nope. A time machine is not worth that. Hell no. That's ridiculous. I can't believe it. Because I sent it to you first.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this foolishness.
This is like, he has to be joking. Like, there's no way that this is the real lineup.
It's real. And guess what? We're not going to be there.
Nah, I'm cool.
I'm good on that, Drake.
It is because we was already planned to do something else anyway because he hadn't put nothing out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm definitely not going to rearrange my life because you decided to come. Mm-hmm. Even if the lineup was good, it's like...
Well, yeah, you didn't give us enough time, Drake.
I can't change what I'm doing to adjust for that. Yeah, and then the lineup is what we've seen already.
Yeah.
And if we going by the rumors and stuff that's what's happening, B2K still together?
Raz B ain't gonna be there. It's gonna be 3 of them niggas up there.
Gonna be there.
Maybe 2, since the other 2 beefing or something, right?
Apparently, Omarion's baby mama April was supposedly sleeping with what's his name, Lil Fizz, and might be pregnant by that nigga. You want them to be on stage together? Like, what type of show? What are we doing?
I am not
This
taking
Love
that
and
risk.
Hip Hop stage play? Like, what is this?
If I would have bought a ticket and one of them niggas walked off stage, maybe I'm gonna be pissed.
Or get the fighting.
I want my money back immediately.
Mid song, Omarion step out for his solo and Lil Fizz catch that nigga in the back of the head.
Yeah. Corey will not be there.
Yeah, I don't know what Drake is thinking. I haven't heard anything about how like ticket sales or anything like that are doing, but I won't be there.
Nope.
I can tell you that. So let's see. Next in, I guess in similar, we'll stay with some music. Old Town Road, the remix of the remix.
Mm-hmm.
They went and got I can't even think of his name now. The little white boy that was Mason. Was it Ramsey?
Mason Ramsey.
Mason Ramsey, the little white boy that was yodeling in Walmart that day, who got a record deal and signs and all that from it. He is on the remix to the song. He actually is the last, like, he finishes off the song. Like, he got the closing verse. And it's on track. Well, the Old Town Road itself is on track to be like the highest number or longest number one of all time.
That's what they're trying to do. Billboard. That's what they're doing all these remixes for, because they're trying to
keep it at number one. Keep it going. So how many? Do you know how many weeks away it is from actually?
I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks.
So not much left.
So now he's trying to get like Mariah Carey, because Mariah Carey has the current record. So he's trying to break it. So he's trying to get her on it so
she can be a part of it. How does that work though? Like, because it's the remix of that song, it still counts towards.
Apparently,
how does that?
Apparently so, because the one that's number one is number one because of the remix. Like the remix went number one.
So the first remix with just Billy Ray is the one that's been number one this whole time.
Right. So I guess
it don't count as a separate song if you have this one with new people on. Like it's different verses for everybody. Like,
I guess not. Mm-hmm. Look, man, I don't make the rules. I'm
trying to figure it out, because you could just keep remixing it and it just keep applying to that same joint. Then you could do that forever.
Well, it appears that's their plan. Yep. Imagine your first like official song being the most successful number one song ever. Like, I mean, it's crazy though. I'm not mad.
I'm not mad.
I don't think anybody's really mad.
Upset. It's just cool.
It's just really cool that somebody could. He
just did that. He has one out. Well, I mean, he does have an album out now, but it's just like, But we know him for that. Like, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Well, congratulations, bro.
Congratulations.
Yes, indeed.
Round of applause for you, sir. So good luck. We'll see that happens for you. Let's see what else we got here. We're gonna get into JD. Jermaine Dupri.
Oh. I thought you were talking about a nigga from church. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't remember where he was. He was doing an interview on somebody's couch on somebody's show, and they asked him, like, because he worked with like the Brad and all that, like how he feels about the current stage of female rappers, female hip hop, because of the like influx of all the female rappers that we have right now. And he was like, I mean, I don't really know. Like, he was like, basically that none of them are like rapping with substance, basically is what he said. He was like, sound like a bunch of strippers just rapping about being strippers and rapping about their vaginas, basically. Like, but they not saying nothing. He was like, so I can't really, like, y'all rapping about that, but y'all not like rapping. Like, when somebody starts rapping, then I'll pay attention, basically. I'm paraphrasing, but it was basically like, they not saying nothing, they just strippers, and that's all they do. They just rapping about stripping, and that's it. So niggas had a fit. Cardi B spoke out. Everybody else spoke out and was like, you clearly must be uninformed. You don't know all the females that's out there, because you got like Rhapsody and Tierra Whack and all that kind of stuff that be rapping. So thoughts, how do you feel about female rap, and where do you think JD is he off? What's going on?
I think that's his opinion. And I mean, I think he knows that there are female rappers who talk about more than that, who aren't strippers and all that kind of thing. Yeah. But I guess he's talking about the ones that are pushed by mainstream media.
That is fair.
Maybe that's what he's talking about. And I mean, you said Cardi said something that, I mean, I feel the same way. It's like, well, you got rappers out here, but y'all don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that's what she said. She was like, and she named those. She was like, Rhapsody, all these girls that y'all claim is rapping, they there, but y'all don't pay them no attention.
What was that Careful song?
She mentioned that. Yeah. Be careful when she's like, I tried to be introspective, and y'all was like, get the fuck out of here.
We said the same. Remember, we heard the song for the first time together.
That's not it, Cardi.
That ain't it, Cardi. So, I mean, she has a point. It just seems like that's what people want to listen to.
But I mean, I don't know if that's the same. I mean, I get that when she's saying with that song, like people saying, nah, Cardi, we don't want that from you. But I've heard Rhapsody songs that I was like, yo.
Yeah, because her song just wasn't good.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think that's a direct, like, you can't say, oh, I try to be introspective and give y'all that. Yeah. But if the song wasn't good, then that's different than niggas actually rapping and giving you something to something. Because I've heard a bunch of Rhapsody songs, and I was like, yo, Rhapsody going off that I enjoyed. Careful Me just want it. So that's not the same thing.
Yeah. I think that just goes back to what we were talking about last week. We're just in that era right now. It's about controversy. Like, Rhapsody's one of those people that's just like, well, clearly she's dope. Clearly she's
Grammy nominated.
Right. Like, that's not cool. Like, that's not, who cares? Like, yeah, she's dope. Who gives a shit? We care about the memes. Like, we want to be able to make fun of shit. I mean, when you really think about it, like, all the big number ones of the past couple of years with the that girl, that was a meme.
Ray Sherman.
Right. Drake had a whole challenge behind his number one record
that he won't even a part of.
Right. The Old Town Roads. That's a meme that keeps on giving. Like, it never stops. So it's like, I feel like that's just where we are right now. And rappers like Rhapsody, they take it so seriously because, it's a craft to them. But for a lot of people, I'm pretty sure he sees it as an art form. I'm pretty sure. But at the end of the day, it's business.
Just having fun.
He's just having fun. It's not like he don't have to spit the greatest 16. Like, it's not like that. It's not about that for everyone.
Right.
And apparently, it's not about that for most people. So, I mean, I can't really be mad at that. It's like, well, if that's what you like, then you go do that over there. And if you don't like it, then just go find stuff that you do enjoy. That's always been my philosophy anyway.
If you don't like it, then don't bother it. If you do, then yeah.
But I agree with Cardi.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. There you have it, folks.
We'll take a short break.
And we shall be back.
You know what they say? We're going to pay some bills or something?
We don't have no ads yet, though.
We just got to figure out what we're going to talk about next. So we'll be back.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, the Outsider's Perspective on HLX Radio. So, let's see what we have here. Okay, so it was Thursday, I believe on the 11th, Homeland Security raided R. Kelly's home, took him to prison with 13, I was thinking it was 13 counts. It was a 13 count indictment, which included child pornography, rape, and all types of other assortment of things.
Good.
They found and also were given by people who know him of tapes. So they have a total of 20 tapes that show him allegedly having intercourse with underage people.
I can't be. Wait. You said, you said friends of it?
I don't know if they were friends, but they had these tapes. They were.
Who are these?
Were given. They were found. They found some in the raid, and then some, I guess, associates of his or people who knew of it.
They were just holding on to these tapes.
Look,
we're not going to lock them up.
That's what I'm saying. I believe. I heard. I did in the article I read. It didn't say it, but I think I heard somewhere else that he wasn't the only one arrested. Like him, and I think maybe one or two other people were also arrested, but they were like lesser, like more of like an accomplice as opposed to the person who did it. But they did say that they were given tapes. How they are.
It's not like R. Kelly ain't the only person need to be in jail right now.
Oh, absolutely. No, we said that when we were watching the thing. Like he clearly had help and clearly had people who knew what was going on. They was just chilling because they were getting paid.
Wow. Well, we'll see how this unfolds.
Yeah. So he is now in prison, which I thought was weird because I thought he was already in prison.
Remember that lady bailed him out? Remember?
But then he went back, I thought, for like child support again. Like
but then somebody else bailed him out, remember?
Oh, again?
Yeah.
I thought
I know it was two. It was two of them.
I know he got bailed out by one person, but then I thought that something else happened and like child support came back or something.
And then they bailed him out for that.
Oh, dang. Well, all right. Well,
we'll see what happens.
I don't know if there's any type of bail option available this time, but he is, as of now, in custody.
Oh, so, they gonna get his ass.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. Ain't no more African concerts for you, sir. You are out of here.
Goodbye.
So next up we have, there has been, I think, like a Facebook group or some type of group where the number I heard was like over 500,000 people, somewhere between 500,000 to up to 700,000 people have joined this group, and their goal and objective is to basically bum rush Area 51 all at once to like make it past security to see the aliens.
Okay.
So they are basically, the goal is like that many people, like people know like some of y'all not gonna make it.
Yeah, some of y'all are going to
because
die.
of the sheer number of people, somebody's gonna get through the security fences, guns, whatever, and actually make it to see what the fuck is going on.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have nothing to say about that. That's dumb. Okay.
You're not joining the
Nope. Whatever they got over there, I don't want to know. I'm good.
So, and I'm sure because of the fact that it's so public, if y'all do try to do it, niggas is clearly prepared and ready for y'all to come. So,
I mean, yeah,
I would not recommend it. But
like, we are in the meme era. So cool. I'm seeing a lot of funny shit going on.
Oh, yeah. But I feel like niggas is stupid enough to actually go out there.
Oh, some people are going to be there.
Like, it's going to be niggas out there trying to rush.
It ain't going to be 500,000 people. Like, I know that for a fact.
Yeah, but them niggas are still going to be shot at. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, some people are going to die after this, but they knew that already. So, hey.
Clearly signs is like, hey, don't come here. Like, we have authority to shoot on sight in this area. And niggas is going to rush the gate.
Sounds like your choice there, brother or sister, whoever.
And then we had, which I just saw like a few minutes ago before we sat down to even come on here. Apparently Trump went on like another Twitter rant, obviously. But people were saying this one was especially racist compared to all the others because he was talking to one, like the congresswoman, which is like AOC, and I can't remember the other one's name. Oh, Omar. Congresswoman Omar, and I think some others, basically saying, because they were talking about the immigration policies and how they're separating kids and the conditions at the places are terrible. People drinking out of toilets. Like, it's crazy over there. So they all like, yo, we got to fix this. This is trifling and all this is going on. And Trump basically said to them, like, if y'all want to fix something, why don't you go back to where you came from and fix the crime and terrible stuff y'all got going on there. And they was like, I'm from America. What do you mean go back to where I came from? Like, I was born, and AOC was born in New York. Like, what do you mean go back to where I came from?
I mean, Why do we act shocked by these? I don't know.
Oh, I'm not shocked.
When he won, we knew that we was going to be into some shit like this. So look, a lot of white people feel like anyone who isn't white is immediately a foreigner. They see America as a white nation.
A white Christian.
That's how they see it. Not all white people, but the establishment or whatever the hell, or whoever just backed Trump. That's how they see it. They see everyone who is not white as being others. So to them, it's just like, well, why don't you just go back to where you came from?
Like, you mean New York? Like,
right. So they talk about black people, tell us go back to Africa and all that other foolishness. Like I'm from Richmond, Virginia. It's like, but that's just where we are. But I mean, what can you say? Y'all niggas voted him in.
This is true.
So this is what we're dealing with right now. So the only way to deal with it now is to vote him out. Y'all not going to impeach him. It's kind of late for that now.
It's too late now.
So it's like just look. I don't know what else to do. It's just the nigga is gonna be who he is. So vote him out, and if y'all don't vote him out, guess what? You deserve whatever you get.
It's gonna be even worse.
Yep.
Because I was thinking too, and I had seen this on Twitter a couple while ago, but I never watched the clip. Like with the other candidates and stuff like that. Yang was growing. He's getting, in numbers and poll and all that. Mm-hmm. But there was a clip that you posted. He was talking about something.
Yeah, he was talking.
You were just like, no, but I caught I was at work and I couldn't really listen to the clip and pay attention to it, so I didn't really get it. So what happened with the clip? And are you still with Yang? Or
I'm still with Yang on certain aspects.
Okay,
like when it comes to me and my bag, okay. Yang is the number one. Like you putting $1,000 in my pocket a month.
All right,
I'm with. I don't care who it is. If Trump said he giving me $1,000 a month. Guess what? You finished that. But anyway, I can't get with Yang on a lot of his foreign policies.
Okay, so this was a foreign policy clip.
This was a foreign policy thing.
And this is like your first glimpse into that, or have you seen him foreign stuff before?
I've read little things, but I've been mostly focused on my bag. I've been focused on my $1,000.
Which is how most people voted. Which is why Trump got in.
Right. But basically, it's his whole attitude with the Israel-Palestine conflict has been going on forever. You know, he basically feels like we shouldn't change anything. Now, mind you, this is a humanitarian issue here, like where it's just like these are people who are already here. Then a group of people came in and be like, well, God said that this is mine, and then we as America back them up because that's what we do. You know, so it's like he feels like we need to keep things how they are. Anybody who says any shit like that, I disagree. Mm-hmm. I disagree.
So by saying keep things how they are, so he's saying we should continue to back.
We should continue to back Israel. Yes, they are oppressing people in their own land.
And we are supporting that.
And we are financially supporting it. And anybody who has anything to say about it is immediately seen as anti-Semitic. Like that's how they do it. That's how
they was attacking the Omar. Mm-hmm. They were saying, she was basically saying the same, like, yo, they're wilding over there. And it was like, how dare you? It was like, they're clearly wilding over there.
So Yang, I don't know if Yang's just being politically correct, if he's just trying to kind of not ruffle too many feathers. I'm not sure if he really feels that way or not. I don't know, because he's still a politician.
Is it like the general consensus that most people feel, or not?
Most people don't care, but
also fair.
Bernie, of course, he at least acknowledges that Israel has overstepped its bounds.
So doing a lot,
right? But he won't flat out be like, we have to remove support. He doesn't feel that.
Because I think and again, I didn't watch the whole clip. I think I caught like a piece of it, but it was like something along the lines that we can't have some type like almost like a trade agreement, or we can't be on good terms with an ally basically, and then try to tell them what they can and cannot do, or direct them on policy and stuff. Something along the like.
Okay, that's fine. But right is right and wrong is wrong. It's as simple as that to me. You my nigga. But if you went to somebody else's house and took their shit and said that God said it was yours, I'm gonna call you on your shit.
Yeah, that is wild.
So, yep.
So is anybody? I see. Well, they still have Harris as being the one that's pulling out, as far as gaining and because she went at Joe Biden and all that. Mm-hmm. Is there anybody else? Is Yang still your person, or is how you feeling? Is it Bernie, but instead, or like did that sway you in any way?
Yang has been letting me down because remember after the first debate, I had high hopes, very very high hopes, and even though yes, there's proof that they
cut his mic off.
Yes, sabotage. Yes, but even still, after the debates and after his comments on Israel, I'm a little because there's so much more than just my bag. I mean, there's still things going on around the world. There's still other like how is he going to be seen to other leaders around the world because we're globalizing. Like we have a global economy. We're all connected.
We are globalized.
Right.
It's not
so you can't just think about how things are right here. You have to figure out how you can, I guess, work with other countries outside of your own and being able to kind of navigate through that, knowing how to talk to them, negotiate all those kind of things. And I just Yang hasn't proven that to me. It just seems like Yang is just really smart and he knows the situation that we're about to be in.
Yeah, he's way more like forward thinking, like this is what's about to happen and we need to prepare ourselves.
And I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah. And that's something that directly affects me. So that's why I with him. But the other stuff I didn't really think much about until he opened his mouth.
What was the other stuff that you had read that you said you saw?
In terms of what?
His foreign policy.
That was I had read other things, but I can't remember what they were.
But they weren't as troubling?
I don't remember feeling a certain way about it. Now, mind you, he has over 100 policies laid out on his website.
His website is
so I just kind of went through here and there. So it won't like I extensively went into his foreign policy tab and went through it. I was like, well, it wasn't that. So Yang is still my guy.
Okay.
But he's that part rubbed me wrong. That rubbed me wrong.
Honestly, I can't think of anybody else whose foreign policy that I even really heard much about.
I mean, America's foreign policy when it comes to a lot of things fucking sucks because we feel like we're the police of Earth. So that's already an issue. But whatever. I'm American, so I benefit from it. So I can't talk too much shit about it. But a lot of things that we do just aren't just. So I guess it'll be another one of those picking the lesser of two evils when it comes to certain.
I feel like with that, it's kind of always a thing.
Yeah.
Because no one is going to ever be 100% like, I agree with 100% of all of their policies. You're going to have to take some of the bad stuff with the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, it's still Yang Bernie right now.
Yang Bernie.
Yep. Warren knows how to talk. And not Warren. I'm talking about
Harris.
Harris knows how to talk. I like Warren too, but how can I put it? You know how we were in like high school, and that timid old white lady that used to teach like social studies or something. You could control the class if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But out of respect,
he was like, I'm not gonna give her a hard time. Yeah. But I could very well make her cry and quit her job. So I feel that way about Elizabeth Warren. Really? You think she would break down like that if
that's how I feel anyway. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of things that she proposes, it's from the heart. Like she cares. You know what I'm saying? It's a compassion to her. I don't want a lot of my leaders to be too compassionate because this world is crazy as hell. And Obama, I mean, as quiet as it's kept, that nigga offed a lot of niggas.
Oh yeah.
When he needed to.
I mean, yeah, when you
he did what he needed to do.
You got to press the button. You got to press the button.
Warren could very well do the same thing, but I don't know. We never had I was about to say we never had a black. I was about to say we never had a white woman, but we never had a black man. Yes. But I know how niggas are, so I kind of knew what I was getting into with that. I'm not entirely sure how Elizabeth Warren, because I'm just about leadership and strength. And Bernie is a fucking asshole. Like he has compassion. He has common sense. He wants to help people. But Bernie feels how Bernie feels and can give a shit about how you feel about
what's going on. So, this is what's wrong.
Right. So
if you don't agree, you are wrong. Because this is what's wrong.
He's a dick. But that's leadership to me. To a point. I'm gonna leave it at that. We'll be back. Right. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The Outsider's Perspective on HLX Radio. We're going to get into this final segment and get out of here. But this one is courtesy of our very own Cordell. Has something. This is something. Are you venting? Is this a vent or is
this is something I've been thinking about a lot.
Okay.
Remember that podcast we looked at, the R&B bass podcast, and he was talking about there's two different kinds of people who make music, and it's like in the people who make music just because they make it, they don't care about making money, and he kind of brushed them off like, yeah, well, whatever. And then so it made me think. It was like, okay, I'm one of those people. I've always been one of those people. I create music because I just enjoy making music. When I wasn't making a dime off of it, that's when I was the happiest. That's when I was writing all the time, all day, making music and full projects. And like I remember I didn't put one out, but I made 2 projects in a year. But I didn't release. But it's like I was just so inspired by what I was hearing and also so shit. But I wasn't looking to make any money off of it. It was just
to do
it and then play it for y'all and get y'all feedback on it. That's what it was about for me. And even to this point, I had this whole mentality. It's like, first of all, what are the odds of me being, I don't know, Michael Jackson or Beyonce? Right. Like that's like, come on, nigga. Like that's
just for anybody,
right? It's incredibly hard. But people, I feel like everybody has that mentality. Like, yo, I want to be Jay-Z. I want to, and it's like you got 20 million people trying to do that one thing. It's like that. It's impossible.
Yeah, all of you can't do it.
Most of you aren't going to.
Right.
So it's like, so why waste your time and mental energy in doing that as opposed to just finding where you fit, finding voids, finding where people need things, creating. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So even though yes, I do sing for a living, I also work at the church. Whatever they, whatever voids that that they have, and I am compensated for it. But even still, whatever voids that they have, that I can feel, I feel like because that's how I'm contributing.
Right.
Me just making music because I love music it contributes in one way as opposed to it might inspire or it might make people think or just might, make somebody's day better, which is fine. But something tangible, something you can hold.
Right.
The things that people are willing to pay for, the things that people like. What are the things that people hate doing? Find those things. And then get paid for it.
That's all the business opportunities are.
Right.
It's because people would rather pay you to do it than do it themselves.
Right. So I've figured that out. But I had to, what I was thinking about was, really, what are the odds of me even being, quote unquote, notable, like famous celebrity or, whatever. So the only thing I could think of doing was searching how many Wikipedia pages on living people there are in comparison to the amount of people on Earth.
Okay.
So what I found because mind you, Wikipedia just don't put anybody on it. You got to do certain things, right? Yeah. So out of living people with Wikipedia pages, it was less than a million.
Really?
It was 920 something thousand of living people.
Living people.
Yes. Yeah. And a lot of those names of people I had never heard of. But they had done enough things to have Wikipedia pages. So, me, I like math sometimes, not you, but I like to divide things. So I might be wrong, but 920,000 divided by 7.5 billion
is not much.
Is like 0.01% of everyone, right? And out of those people, I haven't even heard of probably 0.0 whatever the hell.
A big portion of those people I probably wouldn't even qualify for what your notable thing. Like,
right.
They probably don't even fit that category.
And you know me, I have pretty great self-esteem. I love myself. I have for a long time. I think I'm great. But I don't think I'm that great to the point it's like, well, the odds of me being 0.01. I think that's what makes it so special, because it's like, what are the odds, nigga? Like that you're not supposed to be here. Like Beyonce is incredible, but she's technically not supposed to be here.
Even the chances for her, like,
right? Because that could have been anybody. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people that could probably do what she does, and probably more.
This is the same thing about like Michael Jordan. It was like when he came out, there was somebody else who was like just as good coming out of like high school and all that, but he got hurt or something, so he just never made it in the NBA.
So I mean, I know what I'm. You can put me on a show and put me on the bill to anyone. Name anybody. If Cordell and the fam going, we gonna hold our own. Bottom line. But still, what are the odds? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the odds of me becoming just so successful?
Especially now, because of the internet and computers and ease of access, everybody's doing it. Because even before to even record a record, you had to have somewhat of a connection to somebody to get into a studio. Now niggas get a laptop and some software, and now they're an artist. Exactly. So the pool of people that you're pulling from, as far as specifically doing whatever, specifically music, is way harder. Because even for like sports and stuff, you still gotta go to high school. People gotta recruit you, whatever. When music, anybody can start doing music at any time, and then they at that point become competition and are fighting for your spot in that 0.000 whatever percent to be the notable music person.
So the way I see it is, okay, so the odds are against all of us.
Yeah.
So mind you, if you really want it that bad, then cool. But me, I like to weigh my risks, right? To me, it's really risky to put my all in my whole life into being Michael Jackson. It's like that's
how people end up homeless in California.
That's how people end up depressed with all sorts of anxieties and all sorts of stuff like that. When you really look at the people that we see that we feel are doing more than us. A lot of these people are fucking miserable because it's like they're constantly working. They're constantly having a network. They constantly have to keep up with this person and that person and compete and all that kind of thing. But they want it that bad that is worth it. So the things that the successes that they do have, they feel are worth it because they just want it that bad. For me, I do things because I enjoy them.
Right.
I do them because they are fun for me, and it make me enjoy my life. Because it's like, look, first of all, get over myself. I'm not Jesus, so it's like it just doesn't matter. I'm going to die. So it's like, what's the point of going out here and doing all this extra shit, trying to prove something to people that are going to die too? Like, think about it.
The people who probably really don't care.
They really don't give a shit.
The most average person don't give a shit whether you make it or not.
Jeff Bezos is the richest nigga on the planet. I don't give a damn. That ain't did nothing for me. I love Amazon.
He's also in the middle of a divorce too. So
see,
literally the richest person on the planet, and his wife was like, "Nah, we not doing that.
I'll take half his shit."
See, and we gonna be out.
So I felt like, because a lot of people don't understand me. Like, of course, I've been called, perfectionist and all that kind of thing, and there was always just this. People just assumed that because I made music and I was good at it or whatever, I somehow wanted to be Mike. That I somehow want. It's like I don't think that way.
People project that,
right? So then people look at it like, well, you not living up to your full potential.
I created for you,
right? It's like, fuck you, nigga. I'm happy. Like,
I didn't ask for that.
Right? I'm doing what I love. I'm doing what I want to do, how I want to do it, with whom I want to do it with.
That's.
I don't see how that's a problem. I'm winning, nigga. I'm winning, and it's like,
niggas is doing what they like and making enough money to live comfortably and be all right. It's a lot of people not doing.
A lot of people, and mind you, not to compare or nothing like that, but just let's just be honest with us. We are extremely blessed to be in the situation that we're in. Because really, what are the odds of this even? You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. Statistically speaking, both of us should be dead.
I didn't do shit all week until yesterday, and my bills is paid, and I'm good. So it's like all I'm saying is leave me the hell alone. I'm enjoying my life. Stop telling me what the fuck to do with it. That's what I'm saying. We would like to thank y'all for tuning in.
And on that note,
see, I told you I save it. See, Keith was worried because we didn't have no other topic
to talk about.
Corey saved the day, so
it always helps.
Damn right.
So we appreciate your time. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share on Facebook. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Thank you all for coming to attend. Stacey P on the beat, now let the story begin. I used to dream of
www.hlxmagazine.com